to our interests. Cohen's second major objection to the case of animal rights is to the idea that animal suffering precludes their use in animal research. This objection takes as its premise the idea that animal suffering is not as bad as human suffering precisely because humans and animals are different. And, because humans and animals have important qualitative differences, Cohen likewise rejects the notion that speciesism is as morally repugnant as sexism or racism. He says, quote, "Racism has no rational ground whatever. Racists do grave moral wrong, precisely because there is no morally relevant distinction among the races. The same is true of the sexes, neither sex being entitled by right to greater respect or concern than the other. Between species of animate life, however, between, for example, humans on the one hand and cars or rats on the other, the morally relevant differences are enormous and almost universally appreciated. Humans do have rights. Theirs is a moral status very different from that of a cat's or a rat's." Cohen goes even further to assert that speciesism is morally obligatory on the grounds that people incapable of making important moral distinctions between humans and animals will be mistaken about their obligations. He says we have an obligation to increase human longevity, to fight human disease, and to improve the quality and quantity of human life. To fail to conduct research on animal subjects which would bring about these ends would be immoral. He says, cogent utilitarian calculation requires that we weigh all the consequences of the use and of the non-use of animals in laboratory research. The sum of the benefits of their use is utterly beyond quantification. The elimination of horrible disease, the increase in longevity, the avoidance of great pain, the saving of lives, and the improvement of the quality of lives achieved through research using animals is so incalculably great that the argument of these critics, systematically pursued, establishes not their conclusion but its reverse. To refrain from using animals in biomedical research is, on utilitarian grounds, morally wrong. Cohen concludes by saying we ought to increase rather than decrease the use of animals in biomedical research in order to protect human beings from being experimented upon. He thinks that research will proceed in any case. Rather than having human beings harmed or killed by experimental techniques, methods ought first be investigated extensively in animal models. PETA takes a quite different view of research on animals. PETA rejects speciesism and rejects the idea that animals may be regarded as property. PETA opposes the human use of animals in any form. PETA opposes animal testing, opposes the use of animals as sources of food, opposes the use of animals as sources of entertainment, clothing, furniture, decoration, even companionship or seeing eye dogs. They object to the use of animals for labor in any form. And PETA's goal is that all animals will be completely free from dependency on humans to survive. Founded by President Ingrid Newkirk, PETA has over 2 million members worldwide and is worth over $15 million. The group's president, Ingrid Newkirk, says the goal of the organization is total animal liberation, and that the slogan of the group is that animals are not ours to eat, wear, experiment on, or use for entertainment. The group believes that animal research conducted for medical purposes, quote, tends to be irrelevant to human health, both because artificially induced diseases in animals are not identical to human diseases, and because humans and animals differ in biologically significant ways. They promote alternatives to animal testing, such as stem cell research and in vitro techniques. PETA has reduced cruelty in factory farms and slaughterhouses, has educated the public about vegan and vegetarian options. PETA has reduced animal testing for cosmetics, has gone undercover to reveal animal cruelty at research institutions, However, PETA has been accused of being disrespectful of minority groups of human beings in its advertising campaigns, and is also accused of being at times outright militaristic in its advocacy of vital interests.